Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Lots to talk about this evening. First, if you can be so kind, guys, take a moment out. If you support the channel, if you like the content, all that good stuff, just a reminder, all it takes is 1 second to hit that like button, and it will definitely help us out. So thank you very much for tuning in. So let's talk about some dates, right? Let's talk about a little bit of history. February 21st. Okay, why was February 21st an important part, an important area? That's where we lost the 50-day moving average on the NASDAQ 100, the QQQs. And again, not to go into major detail, you guys kind of already know what happens when you lose the 50-day moving average. The NASDAQ went from 525 all the way down to 402, which was the lowest on April the 7th. So yes, remember that, right? Over the 50-day is bullish, below the 50-day is bearish. So if any time in the near future or somewhere down the line, a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 weeks from now, you hear me talking about, well, the market's about to lose the 50-day moving average, don't just do this. Yeah, whatever, right? It's kind of a big deal. And it was very, very important because a lot of traders saw how difficult, well, I don't want to call them traders. A lot of investors saw how difficult it was to trade in a sell signal, right? In the sell interval, all they kept on doing was buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip. And my whole thing was, why are you buying the dip? The most important part is, well, wait until you get to the 50-day moving average, and then you can buy as much, you can buy as much as you want. Why sit there and pay if you don't have to? But let's fast forward. That's another conversation for another day. Yesterday, if you guys remember, we closed within a couple of bucks from the 50-day moving average, right? And last night, we were put to the test. You had Snapchat getting murdered. You had Starbucks getting murdered. You had First Solar getting murdered. You had SMCI getting murdered. And you're like, well, wait a minute, right? Can the bulls actually put up a fight? Because remember, the big conversation piece over the last week and a half, if you've been watching video after video after video, the bulls have been doing a phenomenal job of brushing off bad news. Well, can this day, right, this morning, can this session provide the same thing? Or are bulls finally going to get tired that close to the end zone? And we woke up this morning, futures were down, as you can expect, because of all those companies that came in with crappy earnings, or at least crappy reaction to earnings last night. And we were down, and the GDP numbers came out, and we were down 3%, just like that. And you're like, well, wait a minute, right? 3% is not the 1% move. Is this going to be finally, the bulls ran out of gas? They came this close to reclaiming the 50-day moving average, and now are we just going to turn around, roll over, and play dead? Well, we got our answer, guys. We got our answer. At one point, we were down 3% on the NASDAQ 100, and you can see here, right? You can literally see here from the word go, right? As soon as they flushed out here, they held a double bottom at 62, and by the way, we had a nice pivot from the 60, what was it, 65 to the 62 area to the downside in the Qs. But the point is, they started going higher and started moving higher, and slowly but surely they started negating all the bad news, only to close basically flat on the day. Again, Qs were down 6 cents, and the question was, well, can Meta and Microsoft do the job, right? Come in like Mariano Rivera, the greatest closer of all time, in the 9th inning, cold as ice, not to borrow Trae Young's little celebration, right? Cold as ice, and deliver the save. And I tell you, they delivered the save. Microsoft exploding after hours. As of right now, 5 o'clock Eastern time, up about 6%. Beats on top, beats on the bottom. I'm not going to go through all the numbers. You can do that for yourselves. Meta comes in like a champion. If you guys remember, for the last couple of days, we talked about millions and millions of dollars were being bet For the 565 weeklies, Meta's up 5%. As you can imagine, everything is up after hours. Like literally everything is up after hours, pretty huge. Amazon, Nvidia, AMD, everything is up huge after hours. Tesla's not up after hours huge, but again, that's a whole different conversation. We'll say that for a different day. But the most important part is now that we knew February 21st was D-Day, right? Technical damage. We knew April 7th was the lows. Again, this is 125 points on the Qs. So next time around, guys, if you're watching this video and you hear me talking about Nasdaq's about to lose the 50-day moving average, prepare yourself, right? Don't just sit there and go, don't worry, my stock will be okay. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe you'll piss blood, have some kidney stones along the way, and have some sleepless nights. But hey, you're all adults. Your dime, your dance floor. But at least now we know today's day as well. And today is April the 30th. And why is today important? Well, the QQQs after the close have reclaimed the 50-day moving average of 478. And as you can see here, the Qs are trading well above 478. They're trading 480 above the 50-day moving average. And as long as we stay above the 50-day moving average, because again, at the end of the day, by the time this video comes out, you guys don't know how it is. News comes out all over the place, right? By the time you come to this video, Microsoft could say something stupid, Meta could say something stupid, and next thing you know, we're below the 50-day moving average. But then you said the Q's reclaimed, right? So the most important part for tomorrow's session is stay above. Right? Stay above the 478 level. Don't give it back. Stay above. Don't give it back. Because the longer we now then start building a floor, right? Building a base. Building just means price action is taking place above that level. So the longer we stay above 478 on the QQQs, risk is back on. The cool thing about the indexes reclaiming the 50-day moving average, now slowly but surely, okay, you're going to see stocks reclaiming the 50-day as well. And if you're looking for swings, those are the days you want to do it. You want to do it on the days that the first day your stock closes above the 50-day moving average. And if it ever closes below, you get out. So the first inning, the first batter of a stock reclaiming the 50-day moving average, that is your highest probability for entry, right? If you're a swing trader, that is your highest probability of entry. If they ever lose back the 50-day, that is your exit. So your defined risk on your first day of reclaiming back the 50-day moving average on the close is kind of a big deal. And you can see, these setups, man, they're all going nuts. I mean, AMD going absolutely nuts after the close. Man, look at the setup here. Look at the setup. The problem is AMD is trading... AMD is trading, well, it's only trading above a dollar above the pivot. I definitely will be watching this thing for tomorrow, maybe for a bounce. Look at Avago, right? Avago is above the 50-day, trying to reclaim the 34 on the regular session basis. NVIDIA, you guys remember the last two sessions? I kept on saying there's buyers, right? There's buyers that came in for the 10s, the 11s, the 12s, the 13s. NVIDIA right now is trading 112.5 after hours. Somebody always knows. But the most intriguing stock, right? The most intriguing stock for the next couple of days, guys, is Tesla, right? They are still pounding, right? They're still pounding. They're pounding, right? They're pounding the 290s. They're pounding the 295s. They're pounding the 300s. They're pounding. One guy came in today. If you guys remember yesterday, somebody came in for like the 480s, whatever the hell it was for June's. Yeah, some dude came in today for like the 360s. So they're pounding. The question is, can the stock finally get above all the supply? If it does, believe me, your boy will be a very, very happy camper, because this has a potential 20-point move. So congratulations, bulls. You did it. You reclaimed the 50-day moving average. A lot of stocks are showing a lot better form structurally. Right now, everything is okay as of 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But again, it's a long night, as we know, with all this, with the Trump administration, this constant news being flown. But as of right now, you can get under your desks, right? Get back under your desks, all your investors, right? I don't know where you long your stocks, but at least now you have a little bit of credibility, right? At least you have a technical area that you can turn around and go, well, maybe things will get a little bit better, and they should. And if you guys remember going back to February and going back to March, the one thing I told the investors are history, right? If you guys remember video after video after video, I said history, right? History has shown that you will be all right, right? You will be all right. A year from now, 3 months from now, whatever the case may be, you will be all right. But the process, in the meantime, when you lost the 50-day moving average, you're going to get a little bit of bumps and bruises, and that's exactly what happened. But at least for one night, guys, at least for one afternoon, you're back above the 50-day moving average. Stocks are setting up to test or reclaim some major levels in the next couple of days. Now the key is don't F it up. That's it, man. Basically, that's it. You don't need a lot of, description of what's about to happen next. The longer we stay above, the higher probability we rally even stronger. Guys, God bless. Hope everybody's doing well. And for all you guys, again, for all you guys who are interested in pivots, folks, again, click the link below. Kenyon put a discounted monthly. All you need to do is come in for 30 days. 30 days, you'll quickly see if this is something for you. Again, I've been saying this for years and years and years. I don't believe pivots are for everybody. It's a very, very specific niche. But if it's something that you are interested in following along, all it takes is 30 days to kick the tires and see if it's a right fit for you. That's it. Have a great night, everybody. God bless. Bulls, great job. You did it, at least for one night. You did it. Sleep well, my friends. Sleep well. God bless everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow.